Hey guys, what's up? So I'm back again with another video. Now, I just want to apologise for ruining my schedule of at least uploading one video a day yesterday. I totally forgot about yesterday, about doing a video. I was very busy, and by the time I actually remembered that, hang on, I haven't uploaded a video today, it was basically too late. And I could have uploaded and that, but I just thought it was a little bit too late and that, with the whole editing thumbnail and everything. So what I'll do is, to make up for not uploading a video yesterday, come tomorrow, I will upload 2 videos tomorrow just to make up for yesterday. But anyway, enough about that for now. We are back with our traditional Thursday video, where I do a video like this, where you see me in the flesh. Unfortunately, I am not feeling Krios. I wish I was. I mean, God damn, I love that bloody drill so much, and I'm still devastated about what happened to him. Still brings a tear to my eye for what happened to Fiona, that bloody Kai Lang. But it is what it is. Anyway, so this week's video, I had to do a little thinking about what I was going to talk about, and I think I'm going to have a little talk about the Quarians and the Geth situation. Now, who is the real victim here? Are the Geth the victims, or are the Quarians victims? Now, basically the whole story with the Quarians and the Geth is the Quarians created the Geth to be to be manual labour, basically as servants, for the Quarians, and that's all. They wouldn't they're not just synthetics where they would just obey orders and not question anything. But things started to go wrong from a Quarian perspective, and point of view, when one Geth started asking questions about, why am I here? What is my purpose? In the words of Tali. Tali Zorinaraya, or Tali Zori Vaz Nima, or Tali Zori Vaz Normandy, whichever you want. And that I like Tali Zorinaraya. So yeah. But yeah, so one Geth start asking questions, and then more Geths basically starting asking questions, and this is where the problems start, where the Quarians start to panic, where they think, oh, hang on a minute, the machines that we created and that to be our servants and a source of labour, they're starting to ask questions, they're starting to rebel against us, and then this is when the Quarians oh, we're gonna have to destroy the Geth, shut them down. But this is where the Geths becoming self-aware, retaliating against their makers because for survival, and then yes, eventually driving the Quarians into exile, and then being part of the migrant fleet and not being able to return to the Quarian homeworld because of being driven out by the Geth. Now, you can look at this a few different ways, right? I've got my own personal opinion, which I will mention very soon, but you can look at it a few ways. Yes, you can feel sorry for the Quarians, but I think when you feel sorry for them, you kind of feel sorry for them more because of Tali being part of your crew, on the Normandy, and getting to know a Quarian. And yes, it can sound sad, and you do feel for them. Maybe the ones that have never actually experienced anything other than growing up on a ship in space, of a fleet and that, and having to wear environmental suits because obviously they cannot breathe outside of their own planet. So with that aspect, you can feel sorry for the Quarians, but then on another aspect, can you really blame the Geth? Because yes, they are created to be servants, but they start to ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, so technically, couldn't there have been a more peaceful way around it, and a more peaceful resolution, and that rather than the Quarians panicking and wanting to destroy and shut down every single Geth unit because they're starting to panic because of what might happen. And that's where it leads into Mass Effect 3, where you can actually make Quarian and Geth peace. And that's what they actually want. I mean, even Legion mentions that true Geth don't want to fight. True Geth do want peace. And obviously, they want to be kind of part of the galaxy when you think about it, along with the other races. So in a way, from my like own personal, with my own personal opinion, I actually think the Geth are the victims in this. Now, and I know that might sound a bit crazy in that when they drove the Quarians into exile, but the Quarians did instigate the whole situation by wanting to destroy them just because their servants started asking questions and they panicked. And obviously, if you threaten to destroy like a race or a synthetic group or anything like that, they are going to retaliate because obviously that's just the way that's the way nature goes. And that, like, obviously if someone feels threatened, they are going to fight back to defend themselves and defend like others like them. So, and even Shepard even says that to Tali on Mass Effect 1, even says it's hard to feel sorry for you when you try to wipe out their entire race, which is true. So, I have seen other people talk about this as well, and I do think most people do actually lean more towards this, and I actually, agree. It is, like, you do feel for the Quarians a little bit, but ultimately, the biggest victims here and the ones who you do feel sorry for the most, when you do all the research and you do all the digging and you get the whole backstories and everything, it's the Geth who you feel sorry for, and they are, like, the true victims in this whole war between the Geth and the Quarians. So, yeah. And that, it's just, it's always been like one of those as well. Like, yeah, a lot of people do lean more towards that, but it has always been in the Mass Effect community and the Mass Effect universe. It has always been a big debate of like who's the victims and that, and who's the real enemy. Now, am I saying the Quarians are like an enemy? No, but they started a war for their the home world against a race of sentient, of synthetic machines, which could have been ultimately avoided. It could have been avoided in that. Like, they went about it the wrong way, and they suffered the consequences, and about 80-85% of it is the Quarians' own fault, and kind of deserved it, like in a way, and that. But obviously still have a lot of respect and that for the Quarians, of course. But in my own personal opinion, the Geth are the true victims in all this, not the Quarians. But that's just my own personal opinion. So, but you guys can let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Like, do you think the Geth are the victims in this, or do you think the Quarians are the victim in the true victims in this, or do you think it's a collective and that? There is an argument for a collective, because I did kind of touch on that, where you can feel for the Quarians as well, but ultimately in that, if you look at the true history and the true timeline of the Geth uprising and fighting back against the Quarians, that technically shows, in my own personal opinion, that the Geth are the true victims in all this. A war that was basically started by Geth just asking questions. That's it. They asked questions, and the Quarians panicked, tried to wipe them out, and then the Geth fought back. So that shows to me that the Quarians started a war purely over machines just asking questions, basically, and they were panicking. So yeah. But like I said, you guys let us know your thoughts and everything in the comments down below. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it, and I will be back. Right, I'll be back for another one of these next Thursday. Might have to come up with a title for this series or something, or maybe even put this into a playlist or something. I'll have to have a little think about it. But yeah, maybe I need to call this something maybe Fionn's Mass Effect Thursday series or something. I don't know. I'll have to have a little think about it and that. But this is a series. I've been doing it for quite a bit now and that way, and I want to keep doing this. Yes, I might go through periods of where yes, the streams might potentially fade or certain videos might fade, but I definitely want to keep doing this weekly Thursday video of me doing videos like this, talking about different subjects, debates, and potential spin-offs and things like that. I do want to keep doing this and that, so I'm definitely going to have to think about a title for this at some point, so stick around for all that. So, yeah. So, anyway, guys, stay safe, look after yourselves, enjoy the rest of your day, night, wherever you are, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Peace.